Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. Please don't forget to subscribe. I upload videos every week. And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Charlotte. I am a medium channel. I channel messages, indirect guidance, so we're gonna see what's here for us. Actually, I received a lot of guidance and messages all this week. I took notes, so I'm gonna go over my notes to share that with you today. And also wanted to say thank you for all our new subscribers and being part of this. And also wanted to say for all of you that are doing the candles with me, that is still burning over here. So we are still doing it until November 1st, okay? November 1st at night. For those of you who wants to continue, keep doing it, you're more than welcome to. I personally do candles almost every day, so I will do more candles after this one. But please do so if you feel like it. And for those of you who just joined, I invite you to go one or two videos back where I talk about the candle, but basically we're activating the joy, really the gratitude in our lives, the solar plexus chakra. So everything is activated for all the subscribers of the channel. If you do not wish to receive it, you just say it out loud from your intention, from your heart. If you do wish to receive it, you can send intention from your heart as well and just do it with us, and you receive those energy. And make sure that you share your gratitude every day for different things you have in your life, and really activate that energy in your life, okay? So we keep doing that. I also wanted to share that we are still eliminating a lot of the karma. We are coming out of that samsara, so it is very, very important to keep doing what you're doing to eliminate as much as possible the karma, because we're going toward the end of that. So you want to come out as clean as possible, okay? Again, I talked about it in the past videos if you need to go back, but really ask for that forgiveness. Forgive yourself, forgive others for reflecting that energy back at you, so you can learn from it and grow from it and really free yourself from it. Ask to be free from that energy and transmute it in love and light to the universe, or ask God whatever speaks to you, and then you can ask them to replace it with an energy of peace, of really gratitude, of feeling peaceful, and really love and light in your heart. So that'd be very, very positive for you to do. And we need to do this basically every day, multiple times a day, from when I talked about it, like the whole end of the year really is going to be a lot of that. So you're going to have events that are going to pop up that's going to make you angry or sad, or things that are pushing on your button. It's because it's things that needs to come out, that needs to be going to the forgiveness to release that old karma. So very important to do. Also, it's going to be like multiple layers. It's going to be like multiple string attached to one main thing. So when you have something coming up, you kind of have to look around it, because it's not just, most likely it's not just going to be that one thing, okay? It has a lot of different connection to it that also need to be worked on, okay? It's really like there's the main thing, and then there's one arm, one leg, one foot, one hand, okay? It's all puzzle piece. So make sure that you cover it all and not just think, oh, it was that, okay, I forgive, I did my thing, I'm good. Make sure you do it from your heart, in full consciousness, and make sure that you are doing every piece of it, okay? All the connection, okay? It's really like different strings connecting to it, so you can finally get out of that terrible samsara wheel and finally get free of that and come out clean, okay? Like I said, for me, I was saying it's until the end of the year. I had a message yesterday from the guys that actually I have 90 days, so that means it's until end of January. I think they kind of extended it a little bit for people to finish releasing everything. If they had very heavy loads, or if they are a little bit behind, they have a little bit of extra time, okay, after the end of the year. But really think about it as like the end of the year is your deadline, so you come out as clean as possible and you really release as much as possible. That's real work you have to do on yourself personally. Nobody can do it for you, and it's very necessary to move to the next level. You have to release all of those luggage from your life and come out completely clean, so you can start at the level 0 and start fresh for that new life, that new start of that new earth. Okay, so a very important thing to do every day. Okay, so then we're gonna have a wave of transition. A lot of souls that have decided to leave toward that time, that will leave for the transition, so they will leave us. That be a wave of soul that decided that before they came here. There were soul contracts that was done a long time ago, that will go through natural events for them to leave. Now this does not concern people that wants to commit suicide or that are thinking about suicide. That do not concern you. This message obviously is not going to be for everybody on this channel, but it's going to talk to a few people, and especially a few people that will see this video in the upcoming months. And the guides want me to tell you and insist that wave of departure, that wave of transition is not yours. It is not your wave. Okay, so if you decided to commit suicidal, to leave and go to other planets, this is not your wave. Okay, it's saying that is the illusion made by the shadow side, made by the darkness, that is creating an illusion of release to trap you, okay, to feed from you, to feed from your energy. Do not fall into that trap. It is extremely important you understand that, okay, because you want to have that release. Okay, you want to kind of like leave to put an end to this and feel relief and go to other plans, so you can be finally at peace, feel peaceful, and just be free and at peace. But this is all an illusion. Okay, this is very important to understand that it's an illusion from the shadow. It's an illusion from the darkness to feed from you and from your energy and keep you trapped in a tormented energy, because anything that is not finished here will continue on the other side. You need to know that. It is extremely important you understand that too, because that won't be freedom. Okay, that's an illusion. What you haven't finished or taken care of here will continue on the other side, and it'll be a much slower process. It'll be even a more difficult process. So it is much better you take care of it here, you handle things here, then have to do it on the other side. Okay, trust me, the guys have really talked to me on this a lot, so it is very, very important you handle this here and not over there, because you'll be tormented, you'll be blocked, it will keep happening, and you become food for the devil and his demons. Basically, you'll be food for darkness, you'll be a snack for the evil entities. So please be aware of that. You are not a part of that wave of transition. That was never planned in your contract. That was never planned from your soul before you came here. This is very important to understand. Okay, don't fall into the illusion. Now, for the people that ask me questions about family members, about their partners or other half, for example, that are in different timeline, that are more toward attached of the 3D, and you're going more toward that 5D energy, and they are concerned about what's going to happen or what they need to do. So what the guys are saying is that you have to really release the need to control and convince, because when you try to convince or talk to them for things like that, you are not aligned. Okay, you're coming out of alignment and you're coming out of your center. Okay, so it's very important that you let things happen and have a detachment over it. I know that can be very difficult, especially if it's people you care for, but this is a necessary process, okay? You cannot do the work for them. That's what I wrote. They said this week you cannot do the work for them, okay? Because if you do, you're putting yourself in danger, you're putting yourself at risk. So then now you're both at risk. So you cannot do the work for them. You have to let them go through their process, their own rhythm. Okay, so let it be. Just trust the process, trust them, and stay detached and let go as much as you can. That's very important. If they don't make it, if they don't do the right thing, or they mess it up, okay, they will have to correct it. They will have to correct their own journey. They will have to correct that line, that timeline themselves, okay? So you really don't have to worry about it. There will be no problems. If they mess it up, they have to correct it, okay? The energy, the guys will make them correct it, so don't worry about it. Now they're saying that it's also kind of like helping you to work on your, of course, your detachment, letting go, and your empathy, your tolerance, and also trusting yourself, trusting your decision, trusting your opinion, what you want to live for. You trust yourself without anybody else around you. Nobody is really next to you going in that same direction. It's forcing you to trust yourself and have trust in yourself, your opinion, your decision. This is an incredible big opportunity for you to work on that. So take that as an advantage and a chance to really develop that inner confidence and trust yourself, your decision, and you be able to guide them later, okay? So they're saying that it's not because they're going in different direction that you have to not see them anymore or split up or anything like that. Everybody has their own and different journey, but they're saying for a lot of people, you actually become the leader energetically. You don't have to, of course, say that, but you be like the lighthouse, okay? You be like that pillar of light that they could refer to and go toward when they're gonna go through difficult time. Now they will go through difficult time to have that wake up moment. That will come naturally, and that is part of the plan. Again, they're saying that it's kind of like if somebody is sleeping, because they are sleeping. So if somebody is sleeping and you're next to them and you say, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, and they're not hearing you, they are not here, it's not going through, they're not going to wake up because they're not even hearing you, okay? And then if suddenly you take them and you shake them up, then they're going to wake up, okay? Well, it's going to be the same thing for them. Those people are basically asleep, and you tell them this and that, and look at this and look at that, and don't you realize this and that, and they don't understand, they don't hear it, they're not seeing it, okay, because they're on a completely different frequency. And so it's kind of like if they sleep and you're talking to them, they're not even going to hear you, okay? So life is going to shake them up. You don't have to shake them up yourself. Then life is going to shake them up, okay, to wake them up. And then when they're going to go through certain situation, leave certain situation and experience, that's going to be their wake up moment, okay? They're going to have to live it to really believe it, because that's where they're at. So life will create situation to wake them up, okay? And when they do, they might feel really imbalanced, disconnected, lost. So your role is going to be to really guide them, to shine that light so they can know where to go, to really have something to hold on to, okay? You're going to be that pillar of light, okay? So that's very important. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is so all the different tactics and techniques that the shadow side use to help with the fall of man, basically to feed from you, from your energy, and bring your vibration down. So you have to understand all the different ways they try to come in, so you don't let yourself be affected. Okay, it's very important. So if you want to take notes, please do so, because we are coming to an energy where they're gonna need to really feed, and they're gonna try to come in by a lot of different means to feed themselves from energy. So just be aware of it, of all the different ways they can try to come in, so you don't let yourself be impacted. Okay, so of course fear is the first one. That's very well known. They use any kind of fear to feed from you when you're afraid, and so they're gonna do things that it's gonna pop up in your life that you're really afraid of, and they're gonna try to feed from that energy. So of course don't fall into that trap. Being tired, burnout, if you're always working, if you have for example so many clients, okay, you are getting into that burnout, you're always tired, you trying to sacrifice yourself, you're doing so much for others, you're constantly working, you don't take time for yourself. That's another way for the shadow side to bring your vibration down and make you exhausted, make you weak. Okay, so be aware of that. Okay, don't fall into that trap. Take time for yourself, be able to say no. It's very important. Okay, any weaknesses, so for some people, again, that could be perfectionist, whereas they are working too much, so it's making them very weak, very tired. It lowers their vibration, like I just said. Now it can be more tricky. It can be, for example, with food, you're not hungry anymore, or you're not really drinking a lot of water, you're really dehydrated, you don't have a good taste with food, you kind of lost interest in food, which is kind of like losing interest in life, and you really have your energy level going down like that. You become weak like that as well. That's another tactic and technique from the shadow side to make you weak. Be aware of that, so that really lower your vibration. Now they also use any kind of temptation, any kind of seduction, so they will use things that you actually really like or really love to make you fall, okay, or to manipulate you. You're gonna have to figure that one out by yourself, but this is really an important thing they use as well. Okay, so be aware of that manipulation way, through things you like and love and things like that. Of course, anything that's division, separation, trying to make you isolated, trying to make you alone, separated from everybody, it's dividing, all that are also way of the shadow to manipulate you. So again, be aware of that. Feeling of not being good enough, of not deserving joy, not deserving love, having a lot of culpability, you culpabilize about things, you feel guilty about things a lot. That's another way that the shadow side is trying to manipulate you and bring your vibration down. The more you're gonna raise your vibration, the higher you're gonna shine your light and have your vibration, the harder it'll be for them to reach you. So try to keep a very, very high vibration as much as you can. Of course, I know it's not always easy, but be aware of all those different ways they're trying to come in. Also, doubt is definitely like a disease. It's like a poison for them to come in. They will put a little thing in your head that started with a little bit of doubt, and then if you are not careful to just throw that away right away, it will just grow like a bad weed inside of you and destruct everything around you. So be very aware of that. Do not let any doubt come into you, because that is total poison that the shadow side is using to destroy you. Okay, of course, anger is used as well. So like I said in previous video, if you need to go back to that, I had a whole channeling about anger. That's really making you come out of yourself, you come out of your body, you out of yourself, and you lose total control, destroying everything around you. So be aware of not falling into those high anger moments. Okay, if you feel it coming, just release it as much as possible, okay? That, and the last thing is to make you believe you over everything and everyone. You into a need of power, need of control, need of possession. You better than anybody else. You are separated from everybody else. Any kind of things like that is definitely the shadow side as well, which is power, greed, control, all of that, okay? So you can figure that one for yourself. So that's definitely very important to be aware of that, because once you start, the more you grow, okay, you're gonna start mastering certain categories, and you're gonna be like, okay, I mastered that, I'm not gonna fall for that anymore, I'm aware of it, I don't fall into that illusion anymore, I'm good. And then they're gonna go in through different ways, okay? It's kind of like you close the door, they going to the window kind of thing. So be very aware of what's going on, be very alert, be very strong, because as soon as you kind of release your attention, your armor, they're gonna come in, okay? It's kind of like they're gonna kick you in the back. So be very aware of that. Stay alert, and don't fall into those plans, because they are trying to feed like crazy right now for the upcoming months. So be aware of that, okay? So that I also wanted to talk about people that are very into the shadow. So if you know people that are very very into the shadow side, okay, just be aware that they cannot go from shadow to light just like that, okay? Because it will basically kill them or fry them. Like they could not handle too much light in one shot. It's kind of like a plant that has been in the forest for a very long time, and it's been growing in the shadow for all its life, and suddenly you're going to move it in full sun for over a 12-hour day. Full sun is going to fry, it's going to be burned, it's going to be dead, okay? Because it's such a big transition. Well, it's the same thing with people that have been in the shadow, they've been asleep all their life, and suddenly you put a spotlight, too much light in their face, they're gonna be blind, it's gonna hurt them, they might die from it. Very, very blunt, okay? So it needs to be a very slow transition. It's really like one step at a time, it's really like one drop of light at a time. It has to be a very, very slow transition for them to start getting used to it progressively. So be aware of that, because if not, that'd be too harsh, too dangerous for them for that transition. So there's a lot of galactics helping us right now, a lot of the people of the light helping us that are around us, but certain things need to follow a certain progression. So be patient and be aware of that as well. Also, the shadow side is, again, like I said, gonna start trying to feed themselves like crazy, because they're starting to lack food, because more people are awakening, so less people are feeding them with lower vibration, lower energy, and things like that. So the more they're getting hungry, the more they're getting angry, basically. So they're gonna try to attack stronger. Just don't be afraid of it, because fear feeds them, okay? Just know that they're actually afraid of us when we stand in love and light, because those energies, they do not understand, and they don't have those. It's kind of like they don't have those tools. It's kind of like they don't have those weapons, you know. That's really weapons we have that they don't. So they're very afraid of us for that. So stand in really love, light, joy, love. When the fear comes at you, laugh back at them, okay? Just laugh about those things. Really, that's gonna help you release them as quick as possible. Be gentle with yourself, be patient with yourself, because the more you're going through the process, the more you're gonna realize when they set up traps and you fell into their traps. But as soon as you realize it, step out of it, laugh about it, okay? Don't feel guilty for falling into their traps, because if you do, you are feeding them that energy again, okay? Just laugh and be happy that you actually realize it a lot quicker. If it took you 15 minutes or an hour to realize it and step out of it, that's wonderful, because before it will have taken you 3 days or a whole week. So realize how much less you have fed them, and just feel happy with that, and you're gonna keep reducing little by little like that too. So keep going that way. You're doing a great job. So again, don't be afraid of the shadows, because if you're afraid, you just giving them power, you feeding them. And just stand in love, light, joy, love, all that, okay? Yeah, so repeat to yourself when difficult things are coming to your life. When you feel the shadow very strongly into your life, just repeat that, you know, you're good, I'm strong, like I'm ready, bring it on, bring what you have, I'm good, I'm ready to handle anything. Like, you are a pillar of light and of this story, okay? They cannot shake you up, they cannot make you fall down. You are standing in your ground. It's kind of like if you are a punching ball and they're trying to punch you to make you fall off or whatever. Well, they can keep punching because you're not going to go anywhere, and guess what? They're going to get tired, they're going to hurt themselves, they're going to have their wrist, their hand hurt, they're not going to be able to breathe, they're going to be exhausted, they're going to pass out because you're not going anywhere, okay? So it's very simple. You are not going anywhere. Bring it on. I'm ready, I'm strong, I'm good, bring it on, I'm not going anywhere. And they're gonna get tired, they're gonna move somewhere else, okay? So stay strong, be really, really, really strong right now. Be that strong pillar of light. Really hold that energy. It's very important. Stay balanced as much as you can, center yourself as much as you can throughout the day. If you need to take little breaks, 5-minute breaks, to close your eyes, breathe, recenter yourself, and then keep going again, okay? That's going to be very important, because there's going to be a lot of difficult energy to go through. So that's that. I received questions about people with children that were asking me for their children, what to do, things like that. I will talk about that next week, okay? So if you have a general question about that, I will be talking about next week. For consultation, private consultation, I'm not taking any more right now because the energy is very heavy, very dense. So I will let you know when I start again. It's probably going to be mid-November or so. Yeah, and please make sure that if you can light candles and do your prayers, your mantras, is going to be very important, especially throughout this weekend. There's going to be people doing very, very heavy dark energy. So if you can send as much light as you can, that's definitely be a great thing. So I hope this was helpful. I will see you soon. Please take care of yourself. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.